Welcome back to Sports Day Tribune. I'm Noah, and today we're diving into an intriguing WNBA matchup that's causing quite a stir. The Indiana Fever are hitting the road to take on the Minnesota Lynx, and as always, all eyes are on rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. Now, you might think this is just another regular season game, but there's a lot more brewing beneath the surface. The short distance between Indiana and Minnesota is expected to draw a significant number of Fever fans to the Target Center in Minneapolis. But here's where things get spicy. When asked about the potential pro-Fever crowd, Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeve didn't mince words. In fact, she delivered a response that's making waves across the league. "I don't give two shits," Reeve exclaimed. "Not even one shit. Talk about not pulling any punches." The press room erupted in laughter, and even Reeve couldn't help but crack a smile after her blunt statement. But let's unpack this a bit. Reeve's reaction isn't coming out of nowhere. There's been some underlying tension surrounding Caitlin Clark and the hype that follows her. You see, Reeve isn't just the Lynx head coach, she's also at the helm of the USA women's basketball team, and that team faced some serious backlash for not selecting Clark for the upcoming 2024 Paris Olympics. Adding fuel to the fire, there was a bit of social media drama back in May. When someone complained that a certain event wasn't being broadcast because they only care about Caitlin, Reeve's account chimed in with a simple, "that part." Now, we all know how social media can be a breeding ground for misunderstandings, but it's hard to ignore the pattern here. But let's shift our focus to the game itself. This will be Clark's first time facing off against the Lynx, and she's coming in hot. The rookie phenom has been on an absolute tear, racking up double-doubles in 5 consecutive games and in 6 of her last 7. It's the kind of consistent performance that turns heads and fills seats. Just look at their last game against the Phoenix Mercury. The Fever came out on top with a 95-86 victory, and Clark was at the heart of it all. She put up an impressive 20 points and dished out 13 assists. It's this kind of all-around play that's making her must-see TV for basketball fans. Now, I know what you're thinking. With all this hype, surely the Fever must be dominating the league, right? Well, not exactly. Their record stands at 10-14, which might not look great on paper. But here's the kicker. They're still sitting pretty at 3rd place in their conference. They've been on a bit of a hot streak lately, winning 6 of their last 10 games. It seems like Clark is really finding her groove and elevating the team's performance. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Clark's game isn't perfect. One area she's been struggling with is turnovers. In fact, she hasn't had a game with fewer than 4 turnovers since June 10th. It's a reminder that even the most talented rookies have areas where they need to improve. On the other side of the court, we have the Minnesota Lynx. They're coming into this game licking their wounds after a tough loss to the Seattle Storm. But don't count them out just yet. They're holding on to a 16-7 record, which puts them at the top of the Western Conference. However, they're feeling the heat from the surging Las Vegas Aces, so every game counts at this point. The Lynx might get a boost if star forward Napheesa Collier is cleared to play. She's currently listed as a game-time decision due to injury. Her presence on the court could be a game changer for the Lynx. So, what can we expect from this matchup? Well, it's going to be a clash of styles and narratives. On one side, we have the Fever, riding the Caitlin Clark wave and trying to prove they're more than just a one-woman show. On the other, we have the Lynx, a team with a chip on their shoulder, led by a coach who's clearly not buying into the hype. Will Clark continue her double-double streak against a tough Lynx defense? Can she cut down on those turnovers and show why she's being touted as the future of the WNBA? Or will the Lynx, potentially with Collier back in the lineup, remind everyone why they're at the top of their conference? One thing's for sure. This game is about more than just the numbers on the scoreboard. It's about the changing landscape of the WNBA, the clash between established powers and rising stars, and the drama that makes sports so compelling. As we look ahead to tip-off, it's worth considering the bigger picture. The WNBA is in an exciting phase of growth and transformation. Players like Caitlin Clark are bringing new energy and attention to the league. But at the same time, coaches like Cheryl Reeve represent the established order. the ones who've been fighting for recognition and respect for years. This tension between the old guard and the new wave is playing out not just on the court, but in press conferences, on social media, and in the stands. It's a fascinating time to be a WNBA fan as we watch these dynamics unfold in real time. Remember, basketball is more than just a game of numbers and statistics. It's a human drama filled with personalities, rivalries, and storylines that extend far beyond the 40 minutes of play. Tonight's game between the Fever and the Lynx is a perfect encapsulation of that drama. Will Cheryl Reeve's dismissive attitude light a fire under her team, spurring them to prove that they're more than capable of handling the Caitlin Clark show? Or will it backfire, providing extra motivation for Clark and the Fever to silence their critics? And let's not forget about the fans. The expected pro-Fever turnout in Minneapolis adds another layer to this already complex matchup. How will the Lynx players respond to potentially feeling like visitors in their own arena? Will the energy of the crowd push Clark to new heights? Or will the pressure of performing for her traveling fan base prove too much? As we count down to game time, these are the questions swirling in the minds of WNBA fans across the country. This game has all the ingredients for an instant classic: star power, underlying tension, high stakes, and the potential for unexpected heroes to emerge. For Caitlin Clark, this is more than just another regular season game. It's an opportunity to prove herself against a top team led by a coach who seems unimpressed by her hype. It's a chance to show that her impact extends beyond just filling seats, that she can be a difference maker against elite competition. For the Lynx and Cheryl Reeve, this game is about maintaining their position at the top of the conference and sending a message that experience and team cohesion still trump individual star power. It's about showing that while the league may be changing, they're not ready to step aside just yet. As we wrap up our preview, I can't help but feel a sense of anticipation for what's to come. This game represents so much of what makes sports great: the blend of athletic excellence, personal rivalries, team dynamics, and the ever-present potential for unforgettable moments. Whether you're a die-hard WNBA fan or a casual observer, this is a game you won't want to miss. It's more than just a battle for conference standings. It's a snapshot of a league in transition, a clash of philosophies, and a showcase of some of the best talent women's basketball has to offer. So, as we count down to tip-off, buckle up and get ready for what promises to be an electrifying night of WNBA action. Will it be Caitlin Clark and the Fever making a statement? Or will Cheryl Reeve and the Lynx remind everyone why they're a force to be reckoned with? One thing's for certain: by the final buzzer, we'll have our answers, and perhaps a few more questions to ponder as this WNBA season continues to unfold. This is Noah, signing off for now, but stay tuned to Sports Day Tribune for all the post-game analysis and reactions. It's going to be a night to remember in Minneapolis, and we'll be here to break it all down for you. Until next time, keep your eyes on the court and your passion for the game alive.